You're ready when you are. Well, hello, I'm Michael.
And I'm Grace. I'm not sure if you can hear us.
We are California Travel Videos, and maybe that should be the new name of our channel. We don't know if you can hear us. Can you hear me now?
No.
Out there in YouTube land, why don't you let us know if you can hear us? We've been kind of away from this for a little bit, and we got some different configurations.
There's no sound.
And there is no sound. How could this be? Mama said there would be days like this. Well, we'll kind of maybe put up a slide here while we're doing this. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just go ahead and do a little troubleshooting. So if I go hit the camera gear icon and I'm set up for a virtual camera, my audio's check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says it's going out there, darling.
Nope, nothing.
Nothing's going out to, can they hear us?
No, we're 3 people left already, and the one that's there is not responding.
Can you hear us now? Check test.
It's not going out. So what's this? Do you need to make it switch over here?
Nothing would be on yours. Oh, over here?
Yeah. This
Not
back
that-
speaker like you have before?
Oh, no, but I guess as long as it says it's showing that it's transmitting from StreamYard, I don't know why they're not receiving the audio when it says it's being transmitted.
Okay, it's when I click over on the speaker, I'm getting nothing.
Yeah, you would certainly think if it was there, you would be hearing it coming off of, assuming I have all that wired correctly.
Right, I'm going to check on the... Let's see here.
We are still working on this, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand by. I could try something else other than the Focusrite, but I just can't imagine that it would make any difference. I'm going to try the Focusrite. I see the audio coming from Focusrite. And I
Thank you for letting us know.
Well, I thought we were going. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Hey, I don't know what's wrong with your monitor, but maybe you didn't have the volume turned up.
I don't know. Maybe there's a short. I have.
Yeah, we're short and we're long. Well, good to have you there. Thank you. And that is, let's see who's with us. Marty. Tell them Marty sent you. Marty, yes. You saved the day, man. We were sweating here.
I tell you, that was like, what, 3 minutes of, isn't there?
This is intense. Okay. Well, let's try again. Hi, I'm Michael.
And I'm Grace.
And we're California Travel Videos. So happy to have you here, Marty, and fans out there.
Definitely.
So here we are on the 5th of February, I believe. Is that where we're at?
And we have Facebook out there today, too. So I'm going to try to watch for comments coming over from there.
Okie dokie.
So let's take a look here and see if I can... Okay.
So, Marty, I'm curious where you're from. I should know more about you, but that's great to have a name like Marty. That's not an easy one. You know, we get California Travel Videos, long things to type in. So, any rate, I'm curious what's going on in your life, because today we're not going to be just talking about news, but we want to know about the news about you. And I think I have some slides here that I'm going to...
Marty said he was late trying to figure out what the problem was.
Well, you should be right with us here in Petaluma, California, or we should be with you wherever you are at.
Exactly.
So let's see. If I go over to my MSI screen from my laptop, I think you can see that. And Grace says you're too big. Get little. There. Okay. So here we go. Today we're going to be talking about, among many other things, what is new with you in your neck of the woods? What are your plans this year or future years if you want to? Hey, we're open. If you're a long-range strategic forecaster, which I was many years ago. Number 3, what is on your mind? Number 4, what interests you? And number 5, Grace, don't listen to this.
Yes?
What do you want to buy?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. I'm the accumulator, and Grace is the downsizer, right?
I am always a downsizer.
Yes.
I have a song for it.
Go ahead, share it. We'll see if that brings people in. Downsize. Touche.
Marte is a she.
Uh-huh.
And she is in thermal.
Thermal.
Where's thermal?
Huh.
I am in thermal too.
I'm oftentimes in thermal.
Yeah, I got some. Whoops! Oh, I have to get myself back on the screen. So yeah, I'm in thermal too.
Oh, you are literally and figuratively.
Mm-hmm.
So, Marty, of these number 5, and Grace, how about you? Do you have any of the number 5 you would like to talk about? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
What do I want to buy?
Well, that would be number 5 if you want to talk what you want to buy this year.
I think I must just have limited ideas, because the only thing I'm thinking about I'm buying is soil for the garden. Because I want to start another heirloom tomato garden.
The green thumb. Now, are we going to take some of those out in the RV when we can finally get out someday?
Marty is by Indio and
Coachella. I wondered about that. I thought thermal. I have heard about it, and thermal means it's just a little warmish down there by Indio. Indio, we were there. Oh gosh, a year ago, weren't we? Remember, we were kind of cruising through there
by India.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't been on a cruise for that was like 5 years ago. Honey.
Not that kind of a cruise, honey. No.
Hi, Kathleen. No. Welcome.
This is by Indian Wells, I think, in that area. Hey, Kathleen, howdy. Good to have you here. Hoping you are having a great day. We're just kind of talking about RV news. We do have some, but I'd like to start off by what's going on with you all out there. So I have 5 questions. What's new with you in your neck of the woods? What are your plans this year? What is on your mind? What interests you? And what do you want to buy? That's the one I love to talk about, but I'm kind of got pretty much everything I need, and I got no room. So,
and Fordman joins us. Welcome, Fordman.
Hey, Fordman. I was just thinking about you when I was out on the walk today. I pop in on your show, and you're doing so well. If you don't have followed him yet, Fordman, aka Kenneth. Let's see, Oates. That's it, and he's a great guy, and his audience is growing, and he's in there quite a few times. I don't know how many times a week you are live streaming, but you're doing pretty good there, Fordman. So
yes,
good for you.
Kathleen says she is running a bunch of errands before the snow flies. Are you on the East Coast where you're getting dumped on? I know up in my uncle's in upstate New York, and they are getting tons of snow. Meanwhile, Marty says that there's some music festivals in April and October, and people come from all around and rent tents. I love music festivals.
Yeah, we do. And it's great. Just, birds of a feather, whatever the things are. I guess, I just got back, almost 2 weeks ago from Quartzsite. And I mean, it's RVing or just kind of getting out with the snowbirds out there, hopefully at a social distance. And so, yeah, music is Grace's. That's her one thing, isn't it? She loves her music.
No, I love my photography too.
Oh, of course. No,
and the grandkids.
Oh, geez. Oh, that. And I might be down there below Kaliki a couple, but hey, I'm somewhere on the Richter scale.
So Kathleen is saying that in South Dakota, they're going to get snow.
Oh, you're getting in my neck of the woods where I used to be from, about maybe 50 miles northeast of Fargo.
Oh, in Minnesota.
Is where I come from, in northern Minnesota.
Okay, I was like, what part of your life from? Because I was like, Arizona.
This is like when up until I was 7 years old.
Right.
And my folks moved to Northern California from there. But yeah, we were, in fact, I got to apologize to however many of you I've given bad information. But when we were at Custer's Last Stand, Little Bighorn, and talking about how great it was in South Dakota, and just recently I saw in a note, someone says, that's actually in Montana, Michael. And it's like, oh, yeah, if it's Wednesday, I guess I'm in Montana. If it's Thursday, I'm in South Dakota. But how about you, Grace? Did you know that was in Montana all along? And this...
I did, actually.
Thank you for not correcting me, sweetheart. You are such a sweetheart.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Once anyway.
And Kathleen does point out that Fargo is actually North Dakota.
That's true. It is, yes. But
So,
South Dakota is where I was talking about, where we were kind of going through there. I wanted to go to North Dakota. I wanted to go up and see the relatives, but Grace says, hey, we got to get back to that. Well, it wasn't snow country in the summer, but when we went to New York, we ended up going through South Dakota.
Can you pop your head a little bigger so mine doesn't feel so gigantic?
If they've seen all the questions, I guess we can just talk to them. But that's kind of unusual, Grace. You tell me to pop my head bigger, but I will do that. I'll just go to the other screen there. How about that? Now we're San Francisco behind us.
Speaking of
the Bay. Mm-hmm.
Right. And you'll see over there is a rainbow. You may have seen our last short. We've got that ready here to play.
Oh, look at that behind us.
Mm-hmm. We've got, this was out of our window 2 nights ago. Michael was out walking Kaliki, and he called to tell me, because he knows I love rainbows, and he called. I was like, I know, I'm already on it. And I had my phone.
That wasn't
camera.
Exactly the word you said.
I said, I'm on it like a fly on poop.
On something. Yeah, exactly. It's like I thought, oh, okay, well, I guess I better not do anything. But yeah, I think I have a picture of myself I was going to share it with her. This is kind of a pano view. Let's see if it'll focus in a couple seconds. Come on.
Hello, Paula.
Come on.
Oh, I didn't even know you got a pano.
No, it's
here,
not.
Here,
wait.
Let me get that full screen there. Well,
there we go. So yeah, I did a little pano view myself there, but when I did, I thought I'm going to better call Grace because she loves the rainbows. So anyway, that was fun. And speaking of which, let's talk about shorts. No, not my shorts.
We love shorts. Paula's with us, honey. Say hello.
Hey, Paula. How are you, dear? Good to have you here. We're just talking about shorts. How's your shorts today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've been giving those a try, and Michael was a little pouty because he spent quite a bit of time working on a featured video, and then I popped up the Kaliki carpet one, and it got like 400 and almost 500
views within the first day.
Well, it got featured. That was why. Yeah. So,
but here's the deal. It was like, our dog, when it's wet and he's out in the back 40 and it's kind of muddy paws, he's an Arctic dog. He's outside. And so when he comes in, it's not pretty on our hardwood floors. So I was like, Kaliki, come sit. And he has to sit on that little carpet, and it slides real nice, even though he's 80 pounds on the hardwood floor. And so I'm pulling him across, and Grace says, hey, I'm going to get some video of that. Well, sure. Okay. And gets about 10 or 20 times as much as we do on our others, but good job, Grace.
Thank you.
And then what happened the one I got the other day myself with Kaliki? Remember with the lamb chops?
Yeah, that's Kathleen was asking us, has Kaliki found any more sheepsies to play with? Yeah, so.
I did take him out today. I didn't see the 2 little babies. I saw the 2 little pupsters that were out there normally with them. But as I round the corner, it's about maybe a mile walk kind of around the circle. There's a big hill, and we kind of walk around this hill. And yeah, that means I am over the hill. It's true. But so there's one spot where rainbow. That's true too. But there's one spot there where they have some llamas and some sheep and some goats. And
yeah.
It's always like the farmer's house, isn't it?
It's really an awesome. We like to on an ideal circumstances try to do about a 3-mile walk, a 4-mile walk, and so we go on the outskirts of town, and we get out there and we feel like we're in the country, and you never know what baby animal is going to greet you.
It talks about Daisy Dukes.
Yes.
something like that.
That Kathleen brought up a very good point. She said it is better to be over the hill than under the hill.
I've never heard that one before.
I like it.
That is so true. You know, as I'm looking for the news of the week, by the way, and you're talking about under the hill or under the dirt, and there was a discussion in RV News of the Week, I think is what it is. I don't know if you subscribe to that one. It's a free newsletter. And so they were talking about, defending yourself in your RV. And the discussion was about wasp spray. I'd always heard that, you don't want to use that because it's not FDA approved, like this guy right here. I always do carry my pepper spray. When somebody tried to beat up on my dog, another dog that was, I thought, I'm going to carry my Fox.
Boys and their toys.
So at any rate, it turns out that, this person who actually worked with insecticides, Ortho, I'm not sure what the company was, but he asked his son, just spray me with a wasp spray. And he's like, I thought, why would you do that to your eyes? But he just wiped it off. And he said, it's not much. He says, get the commercial one, the one I use, the real strong one. I thought, oh no, this is not going to be good. This is a YouTube video. And his son sprayed him and it's like, gosh, this stuff is bitter. So I guess that hopefully he didn't have any side effects. But the point being is that, yeah, if you really want to keep an assailant away, you're probably better with bear spray. Did you know, Grace, that pepper spray is not allowed in Canada, but bear spray is? Go figure. So it's good to know your rules in your jurisdiction, I guess, if you're thinking about safety measures.
Speaking of Canada, I did hear some news as of yesterday. It was announced that they are not going to be allowing big cruise ships in for the year of 2021. So it looks like that's being postponed through 2022, and they anticipate that that's going to affect the tourism in Alaska as well. Wow.
Yeah, because, different administrations, what can you say? But I know that they were working really hard with the cruise industry. It's billions of dollars a month. And so there's a lot of pressure. So yeah, they were going to start doing some cruises in January and February, some trial cruises, and working with the CDC, Center of Disease Controls. And they were going to be hoping then by spring, they would be full time. But now it's like new administration. They're saying, no, you're not ready for prime time. So I've been on cruise ships maybe about 30 times. I taught the card game of bridge as a guest lecture and got free travel that way. And so I'm quite seasoned with the cruise ship industry. And the HEPA filters that they should have, I don't know what reasons, but sometimes people, through various things that you're in 1,000 or 2,000 people in a cruise ship, it's your tight quarters, especially when you do your day trips.
Kathleen says that Kaliki should meet Nate, who belongs to Land Cloud Adventures.
Oh.
2 girls.
Oh.
And then we could have small and medium, large, fluffy white dogs.
Yeah. Well, Grace said for quite a few years she was lobbying for Kaliki's genes to carry on his lineage. And so now he's just in his dreams, I think.
Is it Traveling Granny has a husky?
Oh, it's Traveling Granny. Gonna have to check her out more.
Yeah, I think I think it was Traveling Granny, and they just had puppies. I thought I saw a short on it.
And that's great.
And so she has a girl husky, honey.
Mm.
So I'm trying to find out a little bit more information on that.
I think so. So Paula, I have something for you here. I wanted to share. Let's go back to the laptop screen and get myself in a little view. Oops, let's put me over here.
Oh, you're fine where you were, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, here I'm kind of behind the slideshow. So I'm curious, what's new in your neck of the woods? What are your plans? What's on your mind? What interests you? I know you're doing a great job with Van Vita Travels and all the interviews. So I know that interests you for sure. And what you want to buy. We had talked at one time about, this WeBoost, but hey, they're $500. And when I was down in Quartzsite, it didn't really make a difference. I had enough power. It was just, having which cellular company to get enough bandwidth to be able to upload videos and the like. So I was thinking about the Mimo, antennas. So, they're about, I have one right here somewhere, about $40 or $50. Probably you can get them for less, but this is my bag with all my cellular stuff in it here. Don't let Grace know all the stuff that's in here. She'll like kick my tail. Got some hot spots, but yeah, here it is. A multiple
FYI,
input,
honey.
multiple output.
Honey,
Yes.
I'm still here.
Oh, I didn't know she was still here.
I'm watching you.
Here it is. So this is a Netgear Air card for us airheads. This is a MIMO, multiple inputs, multiple outputs. And here it is. It looks kind of like this. Oops, excuse me. I should go maybe full screen, shouldn't I? Let me go back to
I have you on.
screen.
Oh, okay.
This will be a little better, but here it is. It's got a bunch of antennas in it and it's got a cable, but here's the rub. Yeah, but wait, there's more. To hook up to one of these, you have to have a device like a hotspot that will connect to the two cables. Most cell phones, of course, don't have where they're going to take these types of inputs from cables. But if you do go via a hotspot, and I'm going to go ahead and get one of them here in my show and tell. So here's like a Nighthawk by Netgear, and I've got another one from Sprint. But if you have those, they do have the little connectors down at the bottom here. So it's something that you might want to consider if you don't want to spend the $300 to $500 for a big booster. Is just get one of these devices if you're using a hotspot. Anyway, I don't know if any of you have that. I'm kind of wondering how do you connect to the internet? Do you use your cell phone? Do you wish you had a hotspot? I can tell you about a new one that came out that I'm kind of excited about.
And on that same question of using your cell phone when you're video streaming, I don't know if it's an Apple product, but I was attempting to set up the studio in my office and use my iPhone, and we were not getting the sound to work. So has anybody had any problems with the sound working on StreamYard from an iPhone?
Well, I know Gina, she uses her cell phone to make hers. I don't know. I'm trying to think, Paula, if she does or doesn't. I think she's got various different configurations.
Kathleen uses the hotspot on her phone, but she just said that she's out there in nowhere in South Dakota, so that might be the only option. Is there any fast streaming internets out there, Kathleen?
Jeez, it's kind of, these things are typically economics, and if because I had worked in the telephone industry. And so you look at, what's your discounted payback period? What's the rate of return on this for making a big investment of hundreds of thousands of dollars? And if you're only getting $1,000 a month or so, it's like, well, that won't pay itself off before new technology comes out. So it's pretty tough for telephone companies to make big investments, unless it's by an interstate freeway where, there's a lot of traffic that's coming through. But, the worst case is, Canada and Alaska, as Paula would know. When you live by one of the bigger cities, you're fine, but there's a lot of Canada and Alaska that's just very rural.
So Marty says that I think she says find a park, but I think it's find a pack that has Wi-Fi included. Don't buy a jet pack through Verizon's. Her experience is that it's just junk.
Oh, here we go.
Well, one thing that Michael and I have noticed, because the boy over here with his toys has Verizon's, and I have AT&T, and now I think you're talking about hello, Norris from Georgia. Okay, MiFi.
There's my MiFi. So yeah, I do use it. This one, it actually has been fine. Normally, your Verizon gets a lot better service out in the sticks than AT&T. But I guess at Quartzsite this year, it was just the opposite, because everybody wants Verizon if you're a boondocker. And so it turned out that this year, one worked better than the other. But my hotspot has been good. I normally can get, 10 to 20 megabits down and 5 to 10 megabits or more going up. So I guess it just shows your mileage may vary. But I imagine, I don't know if in the Dakotas or wherever, it might be different. Or we also, we're talking about down by, where was it? By Indio.
Oh, in California.
Yeah, could be a different situation.
Yeah, and then so one of those questions, Norris. Well, let me get back to the one you said. Norris says that we've used MiFi for several years. Best coverage we found traveling around the Mountain West, which is great. We like to have options, that's for sure. And Kathleen says usually she switched from Verizon's to Visible, and she hasn't noticed anything different except her bill, which is great. Now, is Visible a subsidiary of another company, or is it a standalone? Do you know that, honey?
Visible is actually, it's like Cricket. You know how Cricket is a fully owned subsidiary of AT&T?
Right.
And so Visible is a fully owned subsidiary of, you guessed it, Verizon.
Okay.
So they use the same equipment. It's just a different grade of service. And they try to make it very affordable to make it competitive with their competitors. They compete with themselves.
Yeah, I had a really hard time because I too was in telecommunications for a long time in sales and working fully for AT&T, trying to sell the mobility plan. And I'd get people saying, well, I have Cricket. And I'd be like, well, this is why you want to switch. What are you holding up?
There's my card, the SIM card, which is used for Visible. And here's the latest one that I'm pretty excited about. T-Mobile. Come on, focus. You can do it.
I can see it.
Yeah, but it's not focusing.
Well, I can see the pink T.
Okay. Any rate, I'm going to just say a little bit about that because this is something that I think you may want to be aware of. You know, I don't know if you watch Technomadia, Chris and Cherie, but I got all the stuff is flying around. Okay.
There we go.
There we go. That's it from T-Mobile. And so, you know, they have a new plan, a 5G plan. Not that we need to go even faster than 4G for most of us, I don't think, unless you're a businessman in downtown, because the 5G is only really working at high speeds in the metro areas. But this plan is pretty good. For $50 a month, they give you 100 gigabytes, which is about at least double what the other carriers do. Now, you may say that, well, but do they cover as many areas? Well, now that they're starting to integrate between their company they acquired, you remember that company Sprint that they now own? So I think it might be one to consider when you do have bandwidth congestion issues. But here's the thing that I didn't know, and I'd like to share with you, and that is that, oh, okay, so I need a T-Mobile phone? No, you don't. This one that I have is just internet only, which, you know, I'm okay with my regular cell phone if I'm going to make a phone call. So, yeah, but do I need to buy another hotspot? Am I going to have to get another MiFi like from that company or a Netgear, Nighthawk? No, you can just take your SIM card out of one of your other hotspot type devices, such as these, and just slip the T-Mobile card in, and it works just fine and dandy with 4G, because these are 4G devices. But even though it's a 5G SIM chip, hey, it doesn't mean it won't work with 4G.
Can you hold those both up again? I have a feeling that your the Martians are coming to take you away. Hold it over toward. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. The Martians are coming.
The Martians are up in the corner.
All that energy, all those magnetic fields. So Norris says that just as an FYI, 25 gigabytes on throttled Verizon's through FMCA, and then unlimited, but can be throttled by network conditions, $49.95 a month, plus purchase of MY at $49.95.
Thank you for sharing that. Wow,
yeah, that's great. That's
okay.
Yeah, 25. That's not 25, bad at all.
Yeah, when we were last year going, what did we call it? Around the United States in 90 days. Is that what we call something like that? Yeah. And so we were using the Verizon and a dual way. We had two devices, and one was the phone. And I think that, was it 20 gigs? I think it was 20, but actually you could go 40 on the phone. And then the iPad, which I think was like a hotspot, it would be, no, it was the what is it I'm trying to say? MiFi. It would only allow 20 there. So once one filled up, we'd have to use the other.
Your Halo isn't leaving you, honey.
It isn't. I
No.
think what happened is I turned up the intensity in the camera. So I'm going to, there it went away. Yeah,
There we go.
I have the automatic gain control turned on. So there, my complexion's getting a little better.
Oh,
So
right.
yeah, at any rate, but I turned it up because Grace was much lighter than I was. So I darkened.
Wow. So Marty says that Verizon was charging $400 a month for the Jetpack MiFi.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, I do have a business plan. So I don't have a limit on. I don't use that much, to tell you the truth, but
well,
yeah, if you go through a reseller, then yeah, you shouldn't be paying the Ikes more than 100, even if you need like to drink out of the fire hydrant. That's yeah.
And now from where Marty was saying, as far as where she's at, not per month.
Not per month. Oh,
okay. So I know, a lot of the wireless plans will really get you if you go out of your area, and it's nowhere near as bad.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'll never forget years ago, probably now close to 20 years ago.
Go ahead.
Okay. I had a customer who was yelling and screaming at me because they'd just gotten their mobile bill, and it actually was delivered in 2 boxes. And that's when it would show itemization. And if you went over your texting or if you went over your data, and so all his data plan was itemized, and it sent him 2 boxes. And I think his bill was like $2,000. So thank God these $50 plans are out there now.
And tell them what department you worked in, Grace.
Well, not then.
I mean, her last job she had was the retention department.
The last department.
That's right. This is when you are so upset. You say things about people's parts of their bodies or things when you're talking. And so they put her in that department where she was like, if you really want to get rid of your service, you need to call Grace.
Yeah, I still have PTSD.
Yes, you do. She still has dreams about it.
Yeah.
But that's why we go RVing. We cleanse ourselves. I hope you guys do too. So I'm back to the questions.
Right. I was going to say that wasn't one of your questions about where we want to go?
Yeah. Where do we want to go? What are your plans this year?
Well,
Grace?
I know what plan I would really, really like to do, and I'm really still hopeful that we'll be able to, is we really want to go north to Oregon and to Washington, probably in the springtime. And then there's Glacier National Park, and I've been looking at pictures and photography in the spring.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe late spring, right?
Yeah, probably.
Do you understand that word when they say glacier?
But it just, oh my God, the scenery is just spectacular. And then they have massive rails to trails. Can you make your head get bigger there, honey?
Oh, okay. If you
insist. Thank you. Otherwise, I just feel like a talking head. Okay. But anyway, we love our e-bikes, and so we can get out there and do some of the runs and the rails to trails. And one of them is in Idaho. So that's really what I would love to do this year.
Yes. We have talked about the Hiawatha Trail up on the northern part of Idaho. It's a tunnel. I don't know if it's 4 or 5 miles long, which gets me to thinking, remember when we were at, I want to say Galax is the way they pronounce it. Once you get kind of in the southern states, Virginia and beyond, I said, oh, Galx, it's Galax. No, that's Galax. Oh, okay. And we went through a tunnel there, and I had my GoPro on a selfie stick. So I've got one hand on the bike. And one thing you want to do when you're going through a tunnel that's completely dark, you want to have both hands on the handlebars.
Yeah, that'd be
I didn't break anything. Like we heard somebody, they had to get a helicopter in and get the person out. He got hurt, but I did get a little scraped up there before I stopped. So, but this, I guess, tunnel is lit. Lighted? Yes. How is that, honey?
Lit.
Lit. It's lit.
I got a couple comments here. Marty wants to go ahead and clarify that she bought the jetpack for $400.
Yeah, that's about what they cost. Okay. I know they thank you for that. And the Nighthawk was not much better. And just on that note, so the T-Mobile, it's like, oh, this sounds like a pretty good plan. 100 gigabytes for $50, internet only. That's pretty good. But then it turns out, oh, well, to buy the device, it's $338. But if you get a 24-month contract, it's half the price. That's how they always get you in. And I was like, well, I don't really want either. And it turns out that, I could take the SIM chip and put it in my AT&T modem. So
Gina is in the house.
Hey,
Gina, we are talking about our plans for 2021, places we want to go, things we want to buy.
You know what she wants, Grace? She wants buttercups. Hey, what's up, buttercup?
Lots of buttercups. So I want to go back here to some comments that I was reading.
Let's hear it.
All righty. And so Kathleen was saying regarding Glacier that the best time to go is from June to early September. Otherwise, you are risking getting snowed in.
Mm-hmm.
And then she intends to wander about Utah. I like that. Wander about Utah, Wyoming, and the PNW in general, Pacific Northwest, which who knows, we might meet on the trail there.
That would be awesome to meet some of you out on the trails there. We like to go hiking. When we were down at, I was down at Quartzsite, and there's like with Teresa and Mike, meant to be RV, and it's like, oh, we're going to go up that. It's like, it wasn't long, but it was like 45-degree angles, and the rocks were, you don't want to slip.
Yeah, you want to make sure you see that video.
So we'd like to, that would be a good one to see.
It was impressive.
That was on Palm Canyon.
Oh, I want to welcome Time for Exploring.
Hey, welcome. So we're talking about, what are your plans? What would you like to buy this year? What's going on in your neck of the woods? We're, a little different show today. This isn't like talking about so much on the industry and everything, although we've got some things we're going to share a little later that I think you'll be interested in. But tell us what's going on in your neck of the woods, or what your passion is, or where you'd like to go.
Norris recommends that if we want to reserve a site at the national park, we'll want to do that as soon as possible.
This would be Glacier?
Any of the national parks,
yes,
right.
That's a good point.
Then one of the things in the news recently is the change of national parks and federal lands is the wearing a mask. So,
you're jumping ahead, but that's a good one.
Am I jumping ahead? Well, we're talking about national parks.
No, that's fine.
That's something to talk about. So, but that's cool because I just got a whole bunch of new masks, and I will be styling. I got different colors for every outfit, so I'm ready to go.
So just on that note, I'm going to shrink myself down. And so I got this one slide that Grace talks about masks. Let me get myself out of the way there. And so if you look at the last part, first of all, just pronouncing this name, when we were there, you remember, darling, in the Grand Tetons?
Yes, I do.
And there was that place we went, it's Grosventre. And it's like, well, Gros Venter? And no, it's Grovant. I was like, okay.
That is right. I remember that.
You remember that? Anyway, the last part of it there is that one of the reasons that this is Campendium's review. They gave it 16 people, gave it 5 stars. And to get qualifying, you have to have at least 5 stars. And, for photos, wildlife, moose, and bison. And so one of the bison, and it was a big bison. I don't know if you saw Traveling Robert, where they had this huge bison that he did when we went through South Dakota. But this bison was like this.
The bison had a mask on?
They had somebody put on like this really huge mask on the bison. It was like, oh, now that you're in a national park. Or national park, not national forest, but I guess both, isn't it? National parks and forests, they would want you to wear it.
Well, Norris does point out that the masks are only required inside of the building, overviews or where people are around, or while meeting folks on the trail. But if you're just walking around, then you're good.
Thank you. Yeah, if you're just outside, obviously you're by yourself or whatever, that's fine. So, but people sometimes like to have a little bit of fun with this stuff. So, bless them. But I like it when people can have a sense of humor and yet they're still respectful. So, speaking of which, I did see where, one Wendelins, I think they were talking about, they've been to some places where they're boondocking, and if people don't clean up after themselves, that the national parks are saying, well, we might just, this BLM land might just be kind of shut off. So
Ooh.
we all want to be very careful, especially for new people that maybe just don't know. They think, oh, well, doesn't the Park Service clean up after this? I don't see they left any garbage cans. No.
Yeah.
Pack it in and pack it out, as they say.
I have a very I don't like when people do that, because it ruins it for everybody. One, and then I am a product of the 60s, a child of the 60s, and you guys can Google like
I know where you're going.
Yeah, you know where I'm going.
I know where you're going with this.
The Indian trash commercial of the 60s, and it's this commercial where the Native American is on horseback and he's riding through the open and the nature and the beauty, and he comes along this creek and it's just covered with litter, and this tear rolls down his eye. And
right.
I must have
Very
been
touching.
maybe 8 or 9 when that commercial came out, and I don't litter. I never litter.
That was the last time she threw a banana peel, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well,
we won't go there. I'm just
earth to earth, not a banana peel, because
right.
somebody can slip on it. But if it's like an orange peel or something like that, it's biodegradable. That's different than garbage.
Yeah, it was about 3 or 4 years ago. Grace had one foot on stepping out of the door from retirement, the other on a banana peel, and here she is. So she is enjoying her retirement, I hope.
So Nora says that the example of boondocking being shut down is around Flagstaff, Arizona.
Oh, I didn't know that. Now, it's interesting you say that, because when I did go up to Palm Canyon, it was by the Kofa Mountain, and that stands for K of A, King of Arizona. It's like, is it that tall? It's like, it was 4,700 feet. But as you get up to Flagstaff, it's 7,000 feet, and that's in the city. And they have several mountains there that are up over 11,000 feet. So, you've got that to contend with, just even if you're in the lower lands at 5,000 or 6,000 feet. So there is that, but I didn't know that, about some of the other things that are restricted. Here in California, our state parks are still, I think any day now they should be opening back up, because I start to see where, with the vaccinations and things like that, is that even having some of the restaurants, serve outside or whatever. So,
honey,
yes,
I can't help myself. I have to. I'm going to do a quick share.
Okay. Grace has got something to share. Oh, she found it. One moment, please.
Please stand by.
Have you got it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see if I can make that work. I don't know if they can hear it, though. Can you hear it?
I don't know if we can hear it, but I think they can. It might be a little long, though, honey.
It's only a few more seconds.
Okay. Beautiful scene there, isn't it?
There was actually 2 commercials like this. One was on horseback and the other was in the boat.
Reminds me of some our canoeing out when we were RVing.
Casino.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I still remember his face, too.
Alrighty, and let's...
Oh. That's not good.
There's a tear.
Oh, did we have to do this? We were upbeat, honey. What happened? Now it's like, yes.
Mary, hello. How are you? Mary O'Sullivan is here with us.
Hey, welcome, Mary.
She is crossing the channel from Bridge Hands. She's crossing that bridge over here to California Travel Video.
We do one. It's not a StreamYard. We just go, the old-fashioned way, just straight out with our Wirecast and broadcast on YouTube, sometimes some simulcast on Facebook like we are here today also. So good to have you here, Mary. Life is good for us. I hope for you too, no matter what types of games and frolicking you all are playing.
Adventures in, how do you say it? I can't pronounce it.
Littering.
No. Adventures in Xanadu.
Oh, Xanadu?
Xanadu. I'm actually littering while I watch this, LOL. No, former Boy Scout and taught to leave a camp cleaner than when you found it. Yay, yes. Good for you.
Take only pictures, leave only footprints. Isn't that the way it goes?
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, but the one that always got me was the commercial. I found out just about a year ago that the actor who played that is actually Jewish. So that one was like,
Yeah,
really? I didn't know that.
It's funny how they do get cast actors, so that's cool, I guess, as long as you get the message across.
Oh, and Kathleen reminds adventurers would be tempted to stripe your behind if you littered, so he clarified.
Oh, yes. That will get somebody's attention, won't it?
Mm-hmm. It's overture playing in the background as if anonymous theme featured actor Iron Eyes Cody, who portrayed an American man devastated.
Wow. That's heavy. Thank you for that, Norris.
Good old trivia.
Yeah, it is. So often if you're producing a YouTube video or just watching a movie or whatever, and you see what's going on its face, but there's always some kind of a backstory, some subtext or things. It's not said, but part of the brand, the genre, whatever, you get this kind of feel. Have you had that when you're kind of watching something or maybe even producing something? Maybe it's even a piece of art. Grace, when we go out, she's got something that, well, do you remember I Love Lucy?
Of course.
And the long trailer, if you've ever seen that video, you can even watch bits of it out on YouTube. But, she wants to collect rocks and puts all these rocks in. They had, I don't know, a 50-foot plus trailer, I guess. And they're going up the steep hill. And, it's not wanting to go up the hill. And her husband, Desi Arnaz, looks at her and eventually finds that she's been hiding all these rocks. Well, Grace gets rocks when we go out. But
I get little rocks.
Little rocks
that I paint. But you want to talk about what you get?
They're this size. They're the, I'll get to that. Pay no attention to her. But, she gets ones that she likes, likes them to be smooth, round, and kind of a little thicker, like maybe a hamburger size.
Like a pancake.
Yeah, and she paints them up, and she does wonderful jobs of painting them.
Thank you.
Yeah, we are so proud of you. You've got, you can make some serious bank on that, darling.
Anybody want to buy painted rocks?
Okay, so what were you saying about?
Michael.
Yes, Michael, what did Mike do?
Why don't you tell them about what you collected when we were going through the state of Nevada? And we
that rock?
We thought we had a flat tire because it was going bump, 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 bump. And then we got out, and ironically, there was this rock.
I gotta get it. I saved it.
You have the rock, but you picked up something else when you were there.
I know.
Look, he's left. Y'all have to ask him, what was it? See, I think he's trying to duck out of here. Is he really? He's left the building. Michael has left the building. So you have to ask him what it was. He's trying to sell them for pet rocks. I should leave the building too, because when Michael comes back, I'll go get some, because I have been painting some pets. I'll show them to you. I can't believe he left us. He's really literally trying to change the subject. He's going to go get the rock, and then he thinks I'm going to forget about what else he was collecting. I already bought a rock in the 70s. My pet named Rocky. That's cute. And where is it today? God, it's so quiet with Michael gone. Okay, I think he's coming back, but you guys have to throw a couple comments up there to ask him what else he was collecting, please. And there's the rock.
So, did you tell him the story?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you were trying to escape and change the subject.
No, here it is.
There's a rock. That was the one that was wedged between the tire, and we thought we had a flat tire. Bam.
You got dualies on the back. Each tire is about this wide. And in between them, it's about this space. And can you believe that a rock is like, yeah, I want to go up there. And every time the car made a revolution of the tire, thump, thump, thump. And I thought, oh, man, I don't know if we broke an axle or what. But this is, I don't know, better part of 10 pounds. So anyway, after I was like, well, what am I going to use to get it out? And Grace, what did you use to get out? I don't know. she found out something, and next thing I know, she had it loose, which was great. And I thought I wanted to fly the drone. This is by Mustang, not that Mustang, Nevada, Mustang Canyon. So we thought, let's get some videos of some Mustangs if possible. Her mom loves horses. So I took the drone up and I landed it on this. This kind of just barely makes it, but yeah, I was able to land it. So I think, I'm going to save this rock. So I don't know if you ever have mementos, but hey, I saved a rock, Grace. It's true. Good story, good memories.
Okay, and what else did you have?
This.
Any guesses what that might be?
Yeah, whoever can tell me what this is wins the award. We'll have to give them some kind of prize for the first person that can identify this. I wrapped it in nice cellophane, but it didn't originally. It was just kind of like this. I just discovered it.
Marty says, I thought you were going to say Mustang Sally. Oh, look at Norris, cow pie.
Close, not a cow.
Yippee-yi-yay,
Something else.
Cow patty. Wow.
Like you can see, it's bigger than my head. What about the same size?
Crazy. A rock stuck. He said had a bunch of snow wedged in the wheels one time. Thought the wheel was falling off. Yeah, it was bad. We were really scared.
So this came from around Montana, I think, wasn't it?
Buffalo poop.
Oh, who did somebody get it?
Kathleen.
Hey,
Ding,
Kathleen!
ding,
Ding, ding, ding!
Where's the bell?
You have the bell in the other room, but I'm gonna have to give you.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
You nailed it.
Nora says horse pudding.
Horse pudding. That's right.
And then, so I told him throw it out. Like seriously, it's in. We've got a small RV, and he wants dung in the RV. So I told him get rid of it. As you see,
I sort of did.
He listened so well. So I did bring in a couple of. There's a key cat pet rock. I think I want to go this way. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, good. You got some samples.
And then
awesome, honey.
Here's another kitty cat pet rock. That one looks like he's in jail. He's wearing his black and white stripes.
He's got a very narrow neck.
And then this is my favorite. Multiple pets.
Put it in front of your face, honey, so that it focuses a little bit.
Oh, you're just trying to cover up my face. There we go. Meow.
Meow.
So there is my kitty cat pet rocks. So going once, so come on, let's bid. Can I get 50 cents? 50 cents, $1.
$100.
$10 going once. Twice.
Anyway, tell them about your masterpiece there with the Beatles.
Oh, I don't have those because I keep giving them away, but I've done it twice, and it's really hard to do because you have to find 4 rocks that are about the same size.
Oblong.
And then I make George and Ringo, Paul, and John in their Revolution outfits. So, and then I give them away, and they're rock stars.
Yeah, she does good with that. Makes nice presents. And hey, if you need to defend yourself or something, you can use them for multiple purposes. Maybe even like table settings to hold down your napkins.
Hey, Michael, catch!
Oh! Oh, that was dirty. You had me going on that too.
Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that.
So, can we do a little bit on our feature? One of our features. So let's see if I go over to the MSI screen, and I think I'm just going to go away here.
Bye-bye.
And I think we could probably even
this is a good one.
This one.
For our 4th annual Campers Choice Awards, we compiled and sorted over.
I hope they can hear that. If you can't hear it, let me know.
2020 that received
I think you can hear
4 or more 5-star reviews from the Campendium community. It's kind of a big deal, believe me. As a full-time camper, you won't see me dressing up like this often.
Yeah, what's that with a bow tie? Campendium, highly recommended. Lots of reviews.
Hey friends, welcome to the Campendium YouTube channel, where it's always our goal to bring you the best camping information available to help you plan your trip and find a great place to camp. Recently, more people than ever have hit the road to camp and explore North America. New apps and websites have been popping up, claiming to be the best resource for camping, but All you have to do is take a close look and you will see a big difference in the quality and accuracy of reviews from Campendium.
I'm going to jump ahead a little bit.
Kicking it off, we have the Camper's Choice Award for the best national park campground.
And the winner is?
And the award goes to the Grovant Campground in Grand Teton National Park. The Grovant Campground, or Gros Venture, if you want to sound like a tourist.
Anyway, I'm going to get back on again, and I just want to let you know that's what we're going to spend a little time on. So if you get a chance, do a YouTube search for 2020 Camper's Choice Awards.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was looking forward to that one.
Yeah, so I'm going to go through these quicker. You can watch the full thing, but Grovant is the way it is. At Grand Tetons, we loved the Grand Tetons, didn't we?
Yeah, it was really nice. I do want to point this out from Adventure. He says, ever played cow pie bingo? You rope off an area and mark out squares and let the cows loose. Great charity event.
That's sweet. And, you know, as Grace
Anything
knows,
for charity.
we have fun with a lot of
Oh,
things.
God, we do. We're weird.
We won't tell you about when we take our dog and things that we
Play
tossed,
basketball.
play basketball with well, whatever. You can imagine.
Hey, at least we pick up.
Yeah, we do pick up. So anyway, they had 16 5-star reviews, moose, bison, deer, wildlife photos. Okay, next one up would be Best National. Oh, I should have that back up on the screen. Excuse me for that. I'm going to get back and be the little man again. There we go. Best National Forest, Nomadic View Dispersed Camping, and Buffalo Gap in National Grassland, South Dakota. 57 5-star reviews. Can you believe that? That's a topper.
Wow.
Wonderful, breathtaking views of the Badlands. Remember when we were at the Badlands, honey?
Yeah, this one isn't. This is so doable for us to check out.
It scared the heck out of me because Kaliki, he goes right up to the edge of these cliffs. There might be cliffs on both sides. You know, you may only have like 4 feet across. No, Kaliki, come back here. He's not afraid of cliffs.
He's a brave boy.
Best BLM camping site, a two-way tie with 13 5-star reviews. The Sacred Whiteshell Mountains in Mosca, Colorado. And the second one, I got to change there. Chosa Campground in Carlsbad. I thought, oh, is that by San Diego? No, Carlsbad, New Mexico. Best free camping spot, Nomadic Views gets it again. They are rocking.
Yeah, I have a feeling that it might not be the best because after it gets an award like that, it's probably going to be pretty crowded.
Well, but this did have a lot of space. This is one that could take thousands of people,
really?
At least hundreds. Yeah.
Oh, southwest of Galveston. I've been wanting to go there. That's party land.
Brazoria. So since they said, okay, Nomad already won the other category, the next, the runner-up would be down by Galveston. And I got to tell you, you know, when you get out to the ocean, watch out for the sand chiggers, man. They'll scratch under your skin for a couple days.
The what?
Sand chiggers. You never heard of sand chiggers?
No.
Yeah, it's a little microscopic little critters, and they burrow themselves under your skin before they finally go to heaven. So
is that all beaches or
not? Just down by Galveston is where I noticed
it.
Oh,
well, then I'm not going there.
Yeah, just keep on the move. Hard to hit a moving target.
I don't want something like
Best RV park.
inside
Listen
of
to
me.
this one, honey. 32 5-star reviews. Friendly Friday ice cream.
I'm there. I'm down. with ice
Firewood,
cream.
ice on call, and great hikes.
Where is this?
Mountain View Campground,
Georgia.
Hiawassee, Georgia. Third year a row winning the award. And I guess they have a new company that purchased the RV park. And they said they're doing a great job. They're saying, you know, they make you feel like you're at home, like your family. So that's the one. We haven't been to Georgia yet. We got close to it.
Yeah, we definitely have to go to Georgia now.
Yeah, got Georgia on our mind. Best state park would be with 15 5-star reviews, great views of government-operated park, luxurious amenities for a private, as though it was a private park. Pool, bike riding is called Topsail Hill Preserve in Santa Rosa. No, not California. Santa Rosa Beach, Florida.
Okay,
some of our members have been there.
I haven't been there, but we were at the voted best park. I don't know if it was Camp Pendleton, but it was best park in upstate New York, and it was voted the best state park, right? That was the oh God, where am I at?
Dum begins with an L.
I know.
Ends with the word worth.
Letchworth.
Yes.
Letchworth, Letchworth, and the waterfall was beautiful. But then another one right close by in upstate New York is in the Finger Lakes region, and that one is Watkins Glen. And you've got your hat.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put on my Letchworth hat. Yeah, it was rated #1 some years there by campers.
Yeah.
I mean, the price is really good. You know, out in California, man, the state parks they're nice, but man, $40-$50 when you go through Reserve California, and Letchworth was about half that price.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I think $20 a night.
Something like
that.
Yeah,
and they don't have electrical hookup, but they do have showers and nice bathroom facilities. So yeah, once you leave the West Coast and you go over there, it's just the differences. It's almost worth the gas to get there.
Well, moving on. Best country park. 16 5-star reviews, picturesque views, high desert landscape by Socorro National Park, Gilbert Ray Campground, and my old stomping grounds, Tucson, Arizona. So yeah, there's the Desert Museum that's right out by there in the national park. So yeah, it's high desert, very pretty. Next up, best city park campground. Oh, okay.
City park.
A city park. Yeah, we don't see those in our state. You know, some of them, they don't charge, honey. They have like showers and the whole thing, and down in the South. 12 5-star reviews. And somebody says it has 3-in-1, a river, lake, and waterfalls in Junction City Park, Junction, Texas. Yeah, the Texans, they do a lot of nice things in terms of having positive environmental factors.
Oh, now here's one we missed. Nora says that another to check out is the first KOA ever, Billings, Montana. Great huckleberry ice cream just east of town. And we were in Billings. We stayed at an Elks Lodge.
Yeah, that was a whole interesting story into itself, because I can't remember. Oh, they were just getting ready to go into receivership. You know, they spent a much of money to get this big tennis facilities, and then they couldn't afford the payments, and they were going to lose the Elks Club. But yeah, there were some people that went in the Elks Club, and we thought, oh, they're going for the dinner, and we love to have toddies and dinner with the folks. And it turned out there were somebody that was renting it for the evening when they weren't Elks at all.
I know, we were sitting there.
We're like, what's this conversation about? All-terrain vehicles.
Yeah,
ATVs.
we were communicating with them, assuming that they were Elks, and we kept talking about the Elks.
And they were talking about their ATVs, and then finally it's like, okay.
But we did have a good dinner. I had prawns.
We did. Yes, you had prawns there. Okay, so I guess we're going to talk about, oh no, not the government. That'll cause people to leave for sure.
No, they're dropping off like flies.
Yeah,
change the topic.
Right. What is the impact of changes based upon the new leadership? And first, Grace, your buddy. Who is it?
It's my Mr. Pete, Mayor Pete.
Pete Buttigieg. He has been confirmed for Secretary of Transportation with 55,000 employees, a budget of $69 billion. Highways is $49 billion. Where do they spend the rest? Whoa, the FAA. I had no idea. Yeah, that would make sense. It's under the Department of Transportation. So most of the people are in the 44,000 that work in the FAA, but a lot of money goes to the DOT, the Department of Transportation. So we, of course, when we're out on those national parks or national roads, we love to see where the transportation takes care of it, as well as in the national parks and national forests. So come on, Pete.
Yeah, and then
keep things going.
I am working diligently to continue to tweet him on a regular basis and put a plug in for Rails to Trails, because I think that it's good for our environment to get more bikes out there. So
yeah, although that would be the Department of Interior, which I'm going to talk about next.
Well, hey, it's a good reason to tweet him, and
that's right.
He hasn't responded yet, but I'll keep trying.
Yes, he will. Okay, so yeah, the executive order, national parks and requiring wearing masks, and so then one of the things he's really interested in is the new Green Deal, which we either love it or you don't. But 20% of the U.S. land of interior is there, and I think they would like to have more that is kind of green areas. So, all the forests, the reservoirs, and, try to get rid of the carbon footprint, whether you like it or not. That's one of the things that he plans to do, which gets us to Deb Haaland. She's a congressman down in New Mexico.
Congresswoman.
Thank you. And they haven't submitted her name to the Senate yet, but it will happen to be in charge of the Department of the Interior. And this will be the first time that they've had a woman in that position, the first time that, a Native American, like really? So that'll be quite a change. But at any rate, so the Department of Interior doesn't have the big budget that Pete does, but still not bad, almost $13 billion. And there will be changes for the federal lands. This last 4 years, there's been a lot to kind of help the industry. And I think, their idea is 30 by 30. That is making 30% of the land in the country federal by the year 2030. So the idea is to, have things hopefully where they're for use by, RVers. So at any rate, she goes back to 2016. Grace, do you see that?
Do I see?
She was at Standing Rock.
In 2016?
Yeah, she was one of the protesters.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I thought her name sounded familiar.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess that was the pipeline, wasn't it? I think Standing Rock, and to keep the waterway so it wasn't contaminated.
Mm-hmm. That's where Jesse and her husband taken alive.
Jesse taken alive.
Yeah, right. We met them at Crazy Horse, and they're from that area, so they're very familiar. Standing Rock. Yeah.
So anyway, just so you're aware, with their national parks, there's 400 sites, 85 million acres. National wildlife has 150 million acres, and the Bureau of Land Management has 250 billion acres. So, yeah, well, of course, most of our country is not all mountainous with trees and things, but the BLM land, like when we were down at Quartzsite, Arizona, definitely. So,
honey, we have an invitation here. Mary says that she wants to bring us both on a private tour of the best sites in Ireland, which is on my bucket list.
Oh,
and I have not yet been there. I want to go to Ireland and New Zealand. Those are definitely, and Scotland. So I have been a tour guide chauffeur in that area since time began, and I can organize bridge for you in the evenings, Michael.
Oh, honey.
Woo.
I thought we were just going to be drinking some whiskey. I mean,
so anybody
some
going,
libations.
Hey, we can do that too. Anybody going to Ireland, check out privatechauffeurtours.com.
Awesome.
Okay, so
thank you. Good pitch there.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I'm down.
Okay, so let's see. Going on a little bit more is that so they have a $13 billion budget, and from 2016 to 2020, the last administration, there was 26 million acres that were offered for gas and oil. So that has been a use. It's always kind of shit or not, but some of the bids were as low as $1.50 per acre. So I think the new administration is probably going to say, let's kind of see where the investments will be. So under that staff in the National Park Service is Maria Castro. And I think that, oh man, probably 50 to 75% of these appointments are, guess what, honey? Women.
I have noticed that, yes.
Yeah. So she has, the National Park is going to have a $13 billion budget. And let's see what else we've got there. So I think I'll go past that one. And
okay, well, while you're doing that, I am going to point out that Adventure says we love Corps of Engineer campgrounds at Norris Klesman. Prices are great and usually around water. So I'm going to have to come back to this spot here at about an hour and 9 minutes, an hour and 8 minutes. I'm going to have to jot down a couple of websites and check those out.
Absolutely. So I'd just like to say the Army Corps of Engineers, I've heard so many good things about it, and they have very, very affordable prices, if at all. So we have not done that yet. But if you're thinking about dispersed camping, Army Corps of Engineers, in addition to the National Forest and the BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, is awesome. Thank you for bringing that up.
And with the senior pass, it's 50% off, he points out. Now, we actually did the National Forest as well. It has that 50% off, and it's phenomenal places.
Why, honey? Why do you think there is something called the Army Corps of Engineers? What makes it special?
Well, I know when we were back east, they built the Camonmongus Highway, and they had a lot of the parks in that area.
There you go. Yeah.
And even Watkins Glen, everything that you can walk through to see the 17 waterfalls was all built by the Army Corps.
Right. So a lot of them are associated with waterways, bridges, dams, and the like. So
yeah, we're going to have to check that out because
yeah,
I love water.
Because they have this property. So, hey, they make it available for us RVers. We are happy campers. Oh, okay. National Park Service. Yeah, over the last 4 years, or actually last year, I think their budget went from 3.3 billion down to 2.8. That was hardly, or 2.8, yeah, hardly fair on your way out to set so the budget this year is 500 million less than they had last year. It's like, that's not good. So I'm sure that the new administration is going to pop that up. And then 1.5 billion for maintenance and budget for repairs. And guess what? We keep going extra billion each year for deferred maintenance on our National Park Service. So up to 17 billion. So I think you're going to see the new administration is going to say, let's get this fixed up. Let's have the trails back in order. Let's go ahead and have people. We can get more campgrounds. It's a shame when it be, not just the smaller ones, but like Grand Canyon. They have a lot of things that are blocked off.
Yeah, they've got to get those up and dated.
So
hello, Justin and
that's
Christina.
it for that.
Welcome.
So yeah, anything else you all have out there? Would love to hear. Get back to that first slide. And that was about what's new with you. What are your plans? What's on your mind? What interests you? And what do you want to buy?
Nora says almost all have water, power. Sites are level and hard surface. Some sites have sewage, but always dump site on site. I'm going to definitely check that out, especially as I say, when we want to do the Northwest, see if they have anything up there. Yeah. So Justin and Christina, thanks for joining us. We've been talking about what our plans are for 2021, where are some of the places you want to go, what are some of the things you want to buy, what are some of the things going on in your neighborhood. So do you have anything to share with us before we sign out for today?
And what is on your mind?
And what is
Inquiring
on your
minds
mind?
must know. So how about us, honey? Do we have anything else that is super duper spectacular? I can't think of anything else that.
Why don't you come and join us with your bridge background?
Myself?
Yeah, come get a little larger than life.
Oh, you want me bigger again?
Yeah.
Okay. She just doesn't like me, small guy.
Yeah, look, he just grew right in front of us.
Okay. There we go. Back overlooking the Golden Gate. I'll talk about this. About 5 or 6 years ago, where drones were brand new. This is before the days of the Mavics or some of the other bigger ones that I had, like a Phantom 1 and then the Phantom 2. And I was, let's go fly. I'm not going to go right over the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm going to be respectful, but I took it up 50 or 100 feet over there on the north rim. And, everyone's looking around like, what is this? What's he doing? You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was right about from where this picture would be taken.
Yeah, that was great. It was, instead of everybody looking at the bridge, they had their back toward, I wish I had taken a picture. It would have been an iconic shot. Kathleen says, we've got people spending money now, that she just bought her biggie for the year, 42-quart compressor fridge that runs off of its own lithium battery.
Oh, it has a lithium battery built into it? Man.
And just,
or even if it doesn't, to have, those are great. The something zeros, I think of the company, they're popular. Go ahead, Grace.
Justin says that he's looking for property in Baja, maybe sometime next year. And Nora says that
not like Baja.
No, Baja.
Oh, Baja.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Baja.
Gosh, who was it that were just down to Baja? The Russos. If you take a look at the Russos, they have a great email list, and they just have been down there themselves. So yeah.
And Nora says that his plans for 2021 are Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Now that one we went right. That's in Texas, right? Theodore Roosevelt.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we almost made it there. And then Devil's Tower Oh, Devil's Tower. We almost went there too, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we missed that one.
Oh,
And then the
90
Buffalo,
days.
yeah,
Don't
the
have much
Buffalo
time.
Gap National Grasslands. Yeah, those all
Oh,
sound
boy.
lots more fun. So yay, it's good to hear people are going to get back out there, and we definitely hope we do too, and we can still do some lives and some shorts. And Kathleen says that she can swap it out for a spare. This is regarding the refrigerator.
Oh, okay. Oh, that is so nice. So yeah, if you have a battery, it gets low, you can always be flipping around. That's my preferred mode.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael got to try the solar. And did you tell them about that last week?
Not enough, I don't think, but all in kind of a nutshell is that, a couple of years ago, I thought, let's get an inverter, because when we got our e-bikes, they're pretty big batteries. So you can't just be like going to a Starbucks and saying, oh, for the next 4 or 5 hours, I'm just going to wait for them to get charged. So we have an inverter that gets hooked up to our alternator on the RV. So as long as the engine's running, we got plenty of power to charge up our e-bike batteries. And that was a good start, but it doesn't conserve the energy for something else. So this winter, I said, yeah, I'm going to put up 4 100-watt solar panels on the roof of our 25-foot RV. And you normally get about 4 hours of use. So it's 400 watts times 4. It's over a kilowatt. So that's a good start. And then I got some inverter chargers to conserve that energy that comes in. So yeah, I did use it down. Now this time of year, in January, the sun is a pretty low angle. It's not overhead in the midday, but yeah, I was getting the better part of 300 watts on a good day. On a cloudy day, it might only be 150 to 200 watts, but yeah, if I can get, 400 to 600 watts, and if I need a little bit more, I just start up the RV for half an hour and top them off.
Yay.
So
we'll see how that works once I get in there with all my
curling irons,
things that I need.
Instapots.
Hey, I don't really take the curling iron. I haven't curled my hair.
No, you haven't.
I use a straight iron, actually.
Yeah, I did buy you something. Do you mention that to them?
No, I got an early Valentine's present.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's not what you were talking about.
No, that one too. Go ahead and start with that.
Well, he surprised me with the gigantic jewelry box, the Florida ceiling type. No, almost Florida over above waist high. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, a big one. That won't fit in the RV though, honey.
No, I was talking about when we're out there and you can't wash, we have this not big, medium-sized shower, and it has like 4 shelves of all the stuff that we bring along with us. So
did you buy me a shower then?
No, I was going to talk about the dry shampoo.
Oh yeah, for my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. At least my hair will be clean.
Yeah, and it's fun to watch the other RVers like, oh, dry shampoo. Well, it's not something I would need that much of, but I thought, yeah, I'm going to get some for Grace for when she needs it.
Well, we need, because as he said, our shower is now storage. So when we're out there for any length of time, most of the time, if we go to an RV spot, then we use their facilities for showering. But if we're going to be doing more boondocking, I'm going to need one of those rings and have the curtain for outside to use the cold water. Hose me down.
Right. The one I use for Kaliki, right, when he gets his dirty paws. So here we're getting some new things in. Wind Canyon in Wyoming is worth the drive. Yeah, Wyoming, it can be windy, but it's a beautiful wide open state, and the views are spectacular. And then Medicine Wheel. Hey, look at this, honey. We got some things on our to-do list, don't we?
We've got so many things on our to-do list, which include having to start getting done just about now. So I think we're going to...
No, we kind of running past our happy time. We don't want to infringe on somebody else's.
Exactly.
Let's see. I guess not too long. Mike and Teresa with Meant to Be RVing are going to be out there tonight. And I think... let's see, Traveling Robert, I think he's probably, I don't know if he's going today. It seems like he gets out there. When I was down at Quartzsite, he did a show down there. So he's pretty good. He's what you might call a roadie. He can set up and do these shows on the road. So we should let some of the other live streamers come in and not hoard too much on their time. But, first, I'd like to thank you all for being here. Sometimes when we get started and you think, well, is this a good time? But we're here for you. So if you've got ideas, over on California Travel Videos on the chat or whatever, let us know what you want. We kind of thought, we want to have it like, I don't know what percentage of just dialogue, but whatever interests you is what we would like to do. And then we'd like to have some, if it's news, we always try to have something that you may not be aware of that might affect your RV and travel life. So
Also,
tell us what we should do for our show.
Also, we do have a favor. If you haven't subscribed yet and you enjoyed the content, we are only 249 away from the number that we need.
But who's counting?
So hit that bell.
It's
I'm not counting.
It's 750 and somebody's getting ready to click any second now.
So yeah, tell a friend. Come on over.
Yeah, but once we get to 1,000, it's not like, oh, we're looking to make a big bank on it. But some of the other things, like you can have a community tab, that would be really cool for us. And live streaming, you can't really live stream mobile unless you have StreamYard. So that's not really a limitation for us either.
Adventure says we are actually hoping, oh boy, great minds think alike. I'm with you. He's hoping not to buy anything. He has more in accessories than the actual cost of the RV. Yeah.
All I tell Grace is,
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
we just
very
keep
sorry.
adding more storage space.
No, so our neighbor, or my neighbors, Grace wasn't able to come on this last trip, but Grassroots Living, great people. Shalane and Dean he showed me the inside. They have a pickup camper, and he has like he's mostly vegetarian. He's got, I think is a vegetarian. He's got this really nice cutting block. And so, and I was able to see him at Walmart and order it online, and it came. And now Grace is like, well, okay, Michael, where are you going to put that? It's like, well, he had it fit right over the stove when it wasn't used. And so I don't know. Well, if some of these things don't work, then we give them to somebody who can make better use out of them. So that's always where the proof of the pudding is in the eating, right, Grace?
Right. And as Michael says again, we do really thank you for being here and taking the time to join us. So
yeah, it makes it worth our time as long as we can make you all happy and we can have a community. So, and also to come to your channels also, which we love to do. So should we go ahead and wrap it up?
Okay.
So as we say at the end, always, happy trails to you until we meet again. Thanks for being here, and peace out. Bye for now until next Friday. Happy trails. Bye-bye.